And go ahead. Happy Friday. What's up, guys? It's your boy Mark Evans, DM here, coming to you live from Parkland, Florida. Beautiful, sunny here, 45 minutes north of us where Beacon's at. It's nice and rainy. Hey, guys, if you're coming on, give me a quick shout out. Let me know you're here. Name, city, and state. Seems like my computer's running super hot today. I don't know why. Give me a second. Let me shut this down. We'll get started here. What's up, guys? Mr. Jim Kraut Kramer, what's up, my man? Happy Friday, guys. Hey, like I said, if you would, give me a quick shout out. Let me know you guys are here. Say hello and name, city, and state. Got the Magician vs. Mule. Thank you, guys. Again, appreciate it. Still selling away like crazy. The audio version will be done. I got all my audios done. We're cranking. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, mother. JC, good morning, buddy. Chuck and Chardon, well, thank you for being here. What's up, Dylan? Brad, Chicago, thank you, guys. What's up, Matthew? What's up, guys? So as I'm sitting here today, good morning, guys. Springfield, Missouri. What's up, Brandon? As I'm sitting here, this is a very big topic and something I was talking with my guy John yesterday about, and something I do. I like to play these games with myself, try to figure out how to accomplish bigger things that our brain's not programmed to see. And oftentimes we know we all have that dream board, right? You guys all have a dream board. This is a good Q&A. Help guide you guys a little better. But a lot of people are familiar with like dream boards, right? Like maybe they'll have their body, their house, their cars, whatever, their vacation spots and all this stuff, maybe an amount for the bank. Good morning, Brad. What's up, buddy? Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Mike. So you guys have all these dream boards, right? So I was talking with my buddy today, Jeremy, and really what we need is a nightmare board. You ever thought about having a nightmare board? What's up, Corey? You know what I mean? Like, what don't you want? Good morning, Randolph. What don't I want? So I just took a minute here, and again, everyone should do this. I have a pen and paper. This is the best technology in the world. Between this and this, it's amazing. I'll share some of the stuff of what I think you don't want. And I want you to kind of navigate this yourself. And again, you guys got to realize, let's put some contrast to this. I'll be 42 June 19th. I have two amazing kids. One will be 5 this year. The other one just turned 1. I'm married. Love my wife, Dina. We've been together. This June will be 15 years? 15 years. And so like if you're young, single, no kids, maybe you want something different. Maybe if you're older, blah, 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 maybe you want something different. But let me share with you what's on my nightmare board. I do not want a big, clunky business. See, a lot of you are trying to build a business. Have you ever asked yourself, are you building it the right way? Are you building it the way that will serve you? Joe Polish has some terminology on this. He calls it an elf business or a half business. And what it means is elf is easy, lucrative, and fun. On the half business, it's hard, annoying, lame, and frustrating. These are choices, by the way, that we make as we're building and developing a company, right? So I want elf businesses. Most of my businesses are elf. I have one right now. It's kind of a half business, hard. It's not even hard. It's just annoying, lame, and frustrating. It's not hard. It's just blah. And it's something I started a long time ago. And it's just like, it is what it is. So we look at that in there. So here's another one. I don't want to be just getting by. I don't want to just be getting by in life. I always remember going to meetings and I'm not judging it. I'm just telling you stories, true stories. I'd go to these networking events or masterminds, and I meet people that's been in the business for 20, 25 years in the same industry, let's say real estate, and they have the same problems I have. I don't understand that. How can you be in the game 25 years when I was only in the game 2 years, and you still have the same problem? So to me, that just shows that they're just getting by, and they build a half business. I want to build something I can sell in 10 years. I don't know about you guys, but I want to put my energies and efforts in something that has a very big impact in the future, today and in the future. So my big fear in life was always I built my first companies wrong. I built them where they can't really be sold, but for 1x at best. Real estate investing is one of those. You can't sell a real estate investment company. And when I'm talking real estate, having a small team like we have, there's just no value to it. Like an e-com store or an online business of some sort or a local mom and pop shop, whatever. So my biggest fear with that is I want to build something I can sell in 10 years for a lot of money, 100 million plus. I talked about this last year at my event at the Deal-a-thon. And the reason is because my big thing is you're going to wake up 10 years from now. Heavens forbid, right? We don't, but that's the goal. I want to have something that I can sell for real money. I'm not talking Mickey Mouse dollars. I'm talking real money. Because if you can't sell it, it's not because businesses aren't being built today to be sold in 10 years from now. It's because you and I didn't take the time to have this conversation. So I want you to be very conscious of that. I don't want to use I don't have an office. I haven't used an office since 2005. I was one of the first virtual people you guys would ever know. I promise you, many of the guys online have copied me and offline. If they're not selling anything virtual, it wasn't even called virtual back then. It's called remote. So, and then I came out with the book in 2007 called Virtual Investing Made Easy. But I don't want an office. And I can't tell you how many people still fight this. I don't go to offices. I don't go to title companies. I don't do all that because I know what I don't want to do. See, you're chasing the dollars. I'm not. I have my structure, and this is where it's at. If I can't do business with people that do business like that, then I'm not going to do business with you. Guess what? I do more business. When I started focusing on what I don't want, I started getting more of what I wanted. Go figure, right? I don't want to have to travel to produce revenue. So there's a lot of people that travel to produce revenue. Maybe they're speaking on stages, maybe they're going to events and doing whatever. I don't want to ever have to travel to create revenue. Now listen, if I do travel and I can create revenue, but I'm traveling on my schedule when I want to and I want to be there, that's a different story. But again, I'm just very hard line in the sand. I don't want to travel. Today, where I'm at in my life, I get hit up all the time. Hey man, I'll pay you 50 grand, come speak at my event. Nope. Hey man, I'd love to have you come speak at my event. I'll pay for everything. Nope. I don't care I'm not chasing the money. Here's what I tell them. This is a true story. I'll do it for free via online. I'll shoot it from my office. I'll shoot it from wherever I'm at my house, in my office. So I would be out in the garage right now, but we have our landscapers here and they're cutting trees down and stuff and cleaning up. So I don't want to travel. I don't want negative people around me and the slackers. I want people that are constantly up-leveling their game. I want to focus with people that want to grow in life. I want to focus on people that talk about positive stuff. I want to focus on that kind of stuff. I do not want negativity around me. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to deal with tire kickers, right? We all have to deal with tire kickers, but I don't want to deal with them. In my world where I live at today in my life, I have a very high conversion rate. Why? Because I've created an infrastructure to sort out the BS to the opportunities. I'd still talk, the people I'm talking to, I'm more telling them, no, I don't want to work with them. They're not tire kickers. They're just not qualified for what I want. Because again, I know what I don't want. I don't want someone that's needy. I don't want someone that's lazy. I don't want someone that's negative. I don't want someone that has money that just wants to buy and try to act like they can get rich doing nothing. I don't believe in it. I don't do it, and I will not do it, period, right? I don't want to miss family events and important moments. There's nothing in business that I want to miss family events and important moments. I don't want to have to create a monster, a company where I would miss big events and big lifelong, like missing my child walk, missing them take their first steps or do this or do that or graduation or whatever. Reminds me of a buddy of mine had a business he built up to about $40 million a year. And it was a pretty good sized business. He had 150 employees. He was cranking. He built everything what he wanted. He never asked what he didn't want. So when you always hear people say, be careful for what you wish for, the reason is on the one side of the wish, there's another side of what you don't want in that wish. Just because you get this piece doesn't mean all this other stuff doesn't follow it. So, but he ended up getting a divorce. He almost committed suicide, truthfully. He had 3 kids, and he had a gun in his mouth. He was about to end his life because of the situation. He went bankrupt, lost everything financially. And the good news is he didn't. And now what's awesome, he has a multi-million-dollar business that serves him. He has money coming in. It's, he's still divorced clearly, but he gets to spend time with his kids now. He has a life that most people dream of. He's on his own schedule. He wakes up when he wants. He does what he wants, and he has revenue that he's built company to build him a massive revenue stream to allow him that luxury and lifestyle. Because he realized on the journey of success of what he didn't want his success to look like. So yesterday, someone asked me, like, Mark, I want to hear your steps you got to get to where you're at. The problem with that is my steps and your steps could be totally different. I know what I want, you might not, or vice versa. You might want $1 billion, I might want 10 million. So my steps are really relevant. It doesn't even make sense to even listen to me. I'm not your guy. So I think what you don't want is super important. So this is your nightmare board, what I don't want. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be a sheep. This corona shit going on, I have yet to wear a mask. And in Florida, you're supposed to. I'm not doing it. I'd rather stay at home and do nothing. I'd rather stay at home and hang out than to go out and be a sheep around and told what to do. You know what I mean? So I do that in business. I do that in life. I don't want to be normal. I remember when I went to the doctors, I was getting some blood work, and this is a long time ago. He's like, "Wow, Mark, you're in the normal sections." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I've never been normal. I don't want to be normal." And like, first of all, show me what normal looks like, because I'm overweight. I feel disgusting. And why are you saying it's normal? This is not normal. This is disgusting. And I want to be the top of the top. What do we need to do to get there? And see, I think the thing is sheep like to tend to like, oh, well, the doctor said so it must be right. Well, the doctor's a human, and the doctor has an agenda. And I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just saying they have an agenda. Maybe you should get a couple different people telling you if you're normal or not normal, if you're going to die or not die anytime soon. These are things I think about in what I don't want. I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be a sheep. I want to be thinking for myself. I want to be driving, my future, the me economy. You know what I mean? Reminds me of a buddy. For 7 years of his life, back to real quick because I'm looking at my notes here about missing family events and important moments. I have a buddy, he's younger, he's in his mid-30s. For 7 years, he dedicated his life to a vision he had with a partner, and they worked hard. I mean, he literally gave up his life for 7 years. He was living out of a hotel, he was traveling all the time. He was, he literally had no life, and missed a lot of big moments in his family's life. And one day he just woke up and said, enough's enough. And he started something different. And then 18 months later, his life has done a 180-degree change for the better. So because what he didn't want, you know what I mean? We all know what we want. So why aren't we getting it? That's always a question I ask. Like, we all know what we want. Why aren't we getting it? Because we don't know what we don't want. And you got to put the two together. Because listen, if you want to get six-pack abs, I tell you what to do. It's like, well, I want six-pack abs, but I don't want to work out. I don't want to eat right. I don't want to do the hard work. Well, the problem is your six-pack abs is bullshit because it's never going to happen because you're not willing to do the work to get the result. I'm not saying that's good or bad. Just knock it off of what you want. We all want that, but that's a dream. That's not a goal. Because you're just daydreaming. Here's the biggest one. I want you to think about this. All of this is big, by the way. And there's many more. There's many, many, many more here. But I want a business to work for me, not me work for it. You always hear me talk about, like, how can the business serve you instead of you serve the business? You see, us as mules, we're very servient mindset. We like to serve people. It makes us feel good. It's a badge of honor. I personally like to host people at my house. I enjoy it. It's fun to me. I like to do the cool little things that, like, people are like, wow, so much attention to detail. I enjoy that kind of thing. I don't go make the glass cup that says DM on it or whatever, or the napkins. No, I mean, I think about it magician style, write it down, hand it off to my assistant, we go get it done. But I ask myself, how can my business serve me? And I have different types of businesses. Some of my businesses, initially the businesses in the beginning You have to get in there. You have to mule it out and grind it out and figure out certain things and that. I'm not saying you don't do that. It's part of life and business in general. But what you have to realize is that you're a mule, and you have to figure out have you ever asked yourself, when can my business serve me? I didn't ask this question for 12 years of my life in business. I literally said, what can I do to make more money? Who do I need to sell? What do I need to buy? What can I invest in? I need to make more money. It was always me, 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 me. If it's not me doing it, it's not getting done, right? And I never stepped back and said, how can the business serve me? And what I've realized through businesses, different businesses have different problems and opportunities inside of them. For example, in my real estate company, everyone that comes to work for us thinks they can make $1 million a year doing nothing. That's not the case. They take for granted of what it's taken me to get to where I'm at. They don't realize that I've built a reputation. Everything I said I was going to do, I've done and beyond. Not only that, my consistency, I'm always consistent. I'm persistent. I follow up, I follow through, and I execute with intention. And what the team, when they come under us, they forget that they're riding my coattails on that journey, which is fine. But listen, in business and in life, it's not as easy as just wake up and do a deal. Yes, you can do that once or twice. But what happens when you don't make a deal? What happens when you get sued? What happens when the deal goes south and you just lost your $6,000 earnest money that you put down on the property because it was such a sure thing? What happens? See, the problem is like in that industry, I think this goes all with sales. In that industry, people, it's the personality type you're drawn in. They tend to think they can do all this and it's easy because they'll see me post, oh, I made $100,000 today on this deal. Yeah, but what about the 72 months prior that we barely scraped by? See, we forget that story. We forget that. We forget all that stuff because we're so focused on now, right? And that's a problem in that industry. It's a very big problem. And if you're in that sales world, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your assistant wants to be the billionaire. Your sales guys are going to be trillionaires. They know everything. But yet they don't have the balls to spend $1 on marketing. They have a relationship because of you, because of your brand and your business. It sucks, but it's part of that nature of that beast. And not only that, I've never looked at that as competition. I've looked at it as collaboration. I want to do deals with them, but guess what? No one ever lasts because, again, they're taking for granted of what we do as a business owner. It's hard. It's big decision making. And more importantly, what we're talking about today is I know what I don't want. I don't want people that are looking for a way out. I want to work with people that want to work and look to build a future, build a business with a team. That's what I want. That's what I am about. So that's one side of it. And then I have other companies at the end of the day, like literally they're the most hands-off, passive can be, income streams in the six figures at a high six figures a month level. So you sit there and think like, I can make this, fighting this and getting punched in the face and screaming and fighting and clawing and yelling, or I can shift my energy and efforts over here and build something that's sellable, scalable, produces great revenue. It's easy, lucrative, and fun. It's passive, it's active. Like, see what I mean? But it all starts with what I don't want. And writing this down is very important. As I think about everyone I know in business, it's crucial. It's critical. As Beacon has on here, it's your nightmare board. What are some things you don't want? I'd love to ask you guys. If you have any deeper questions on this, I'd love to talk about this. But what don't you want? What aren't you willing to trade for to get X? You understand the problem in this is when your dream board's up there, like we talked about this yesterday, I believe. I have a bunch of them. But again, it doesn't matter for you. It's a stupid question. Here's why. Whatever I say, it doesn't matter because it's what I want. It's what I'm good at. Unique abilities, core abilities, what I don't want, what I want. You guys, what I've realized is we ask questions because we don't know what questions to ask. So I'm not beating you up on this. It's like the question doesn't serve you. What if I said I sold dildos? That's my most passive business. What do you say? Oh, okay, cool, man. Thanks. I mean, it's pointless. You guys do know there's people that make millions of dollars selling dildos, right? Do you know there's people that make molds to create dildos to sell dildos. I know my boy Sean Whalen was talking about this at my event last year. You guys understand there's lots of ways to make money passively. You could be an investor. You could be on a board. You could be the creator and hire a team. They all have all these different things. There's so many ways to make money. Making money is not the problem, folks. You guys realize that. It's you. You're the problem. You're the cog in the wheel. It's all you. It's infinite ways to make money. Infinite. Someone sold us this candle. I don't know where, who, how. I talk about that in Money Goggles. That'll be a show one day. But let me take notes. This is my technology. I'm taking notes. Money Goggles. I'll share those stories with you one day. But like for you guys understanding, like you guys have to ask better questions. My questions to you, Gustavo, and everybody else here is, what are you good at? What do you love to do? Where's the opportunity? What's that work to solve? What problem exists in your industry that you can solve and get a fee for? What don't you like? What do you like? Do you want a big business? Do you want a small business? See, that's why I'm a good mentor, because I actually give a shit. I'm not just answering vanilla answers here. Oh, I send emails. The hell does that mean to you? It means nothing. It just keeps you confused, keeps you like you can't do what I do. The truth is you could probably do it better than I do it. Because you have this conversation that it took me 18 years to have. You know what I mean? So start off with, what don't I want? What do I want? What am I great at? Where do I want to be at? How much money do I want to have? What's in my account? What's my activity? Am I in an office or not an office? I don't, 100%. I do not go to an office. I haven't since 2005. I hang out. My commute is 0.2 seconds to the bed, to my home office, or in the garage, or out back. Hey, good morning, Tiffany. Listening to the book Limitless right now. It just came out. You should read it. Limitless, huh? I have 17 books in front of that, but I'll get on that. There's lots of great books out there. I've read thousands of them, 6,000 or so, I believe, maybe more. I've read a lot of books, and it's the only thing that saved me, because knowledge is so powerful. Most of you guys won't even buy a book for 15 bucks. No, most of you. Get the book, magicianversemeal.com. Gustavo, no office, complete freedom. I don't know, man. I've had it since 05. So to me, I've been free since then. Being on that beach, Sandy White Beach in South Beach, Florida, December 31st, 2005, when my girlfriend, now my wife, Dina, and I settled down over there. Just saying, man, I was scared. But you got to understand, technology didn't exist like it did. And I was in a big industry where it was very hands-on, chest-to-chest selling and real estate. So for me to do that, it was a big move. And looking back then, it was a big move. But now looking back, I didn't realize how big a move it was. It changed my life forever, and many people around it, because I changed a lot of people's lives in a powerful way by me stepping outside of my comfort zone. Go figure. Again, I don't want to be normal, dude. I don't want to be normal. Like, it's funny. Everyone says they're going to office. I'm not going to office. Everyone says I want to buy this car. I don't buy that car. I buy this car. You know, like, I've always been that way. I've always wore the white. I wore pink before it was even cool. You know what I mean? Like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was not cool for guys to wear pink. It wasn't cool for me to wear this Kangol. But I don't care. Like, that's the difference. I don't want to worry about what people think. I don't care about it. It doesn't serve me. And you can't win the battle. It doesn't matter. Just be honest, ethical, hardworking, and respectful. Everything else will work its way out. And you gotta work and have a good product. Any questions here? Beacon, what don't you want? While they're thinking about their powerful questions.
That's a great question. I would say I don't want to feel like complacent and lazy. I always like the energetic feeling, like always feeling ready to go, ready to move. I feel like a huge problem is once people think they get what they want, or they start seeing some results, they end up slowing the ball. So I don't ever want to lose momentum. That's what I don't want. I feel like a lot of it's more emotional to me, because I feel like I have to dial in my disciplines and my core values. I'm still understanding the inner workings of my brain, but that's basically what I don't want. And then I'll start focusing on the vision board.
You
I
don't
can't,
want just so I understand, because you said
yeah,
27 things in one's question. You're good at that, by the way. But what don't you want? Complacency? What's one
complacency.
word? Okay, so
Complacency.
if you don't want complacency, what is the other side of that?
Uh,
How do you not be complacent? That's the question.
just basically keep moving.
But again, the
Staying
problem
active.
is, dude,
Action.
the reason I'm bringing this up is a lot of people sitting here saying, I don't want to be, I've never met someone that says, I can't wait to be complacent. You know what I mean? But the problem is they're saying, I want to be active. I want to be moving. You might be feeling, though, that you're complacent, even though you're moving 100 miles per hour, because it's too vanilla. There's no measurement against it.
Right.
How would you know if you're not being complacent? What KPIs, what number, what piece are you doing? Right now you're on a marathon and you're running against people, but everyone's just running to run. No one has a distance. There's no end in sight. So you're going to feel like, I can't win this race. And you're right, because you haven't identified what the race is.
Well, that's basically it. I'm basically coming to terms that this is a marathon. It's not a race. There's no finish line. There's only checkpoints. And then once you hit checkpoints, that's not time to, celebrate and brag. I feel
there's
like
a finish line. It's called death. Finish line is death.
Death. Right. Well, yeah. Sheesh. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's just from my background, from 8 years in band. The biggest thing that has been beaten into me is hurry up and wait. When it comes to preparing for an ensemble, like we're about to perform or something, like we show up like an hour, 2 hours and just wait. Like when it comes to practicing, we practice and then we just wait. So it's just like embedded in me, and I'm trying to rewire that out of me to just always be on go mode, Like, okay, cool. We hit the results. Now what? I have free time. Now what? How can I just keep elevating my actions?
No, man, I get it, but I think I'm the same way. So I understand what you're saying. And everyone else here that's pursuing something bigger in life always feels like we're not doing enough. We're always anxious and all that. But you got to have some checkpoints in there to give you some sanity in this moment. You got to say, if I can get 72 videos done this month and, get X, Y, Z amount of viewers, I'm getting closer. Because if not, man, you're always going to be living in misery. You could have $1 trillion in the bank and feel like the biggest loser. This is what I talked about. That guy recently sold a company for $2.5 billion to Microsoft.
Right.
He's like super depressed. It's a bad moment for him because he feels like I need to do more. You don't just wake up and take this out of you. This is something. Right. This is something people don't talk about professional athletes. You got to understand, these are young children coming out of the league at their prime, 23 years old. They're amazing, and they get cut. They're in their prime. You know what I mean? So what happens with that is now all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, what do I do? They're complacent. But that's why getting an education and knowledging up and a different skill set and this and that, we have to be conscious of that. But no one's talking about in your prime. Like, how do you know if you're successful or not? That's the thing is what I don't want. I don't want to be successful and not know I'm successful. Successful.
It changes for you every single day.
What's up?
It changes for you every single day. Like for me, getting one deal would be a success. It's like, I need to get 100 deals, and you're looking in a span of like 3 to 6 months. Like, how can I lock up more deals? So, and it just keeps changing. Once you get hundreds of deals, how can I get thousands? So, yeah, it just
create checkpoints, man. Everyone needs to be creating. They have to have these checkpoints. If not, you're just running laps, and you have no clue if it's a lap or it's a mile or it's 100 mile. Like, you're just running. So you're going to get on that treadmill, and you're going to get wore out. Mike, enjoy your time Sunday on the water. Thank you. I really appreciate the morning. Love the book. Appreciate it. Gustavo, Brandon, agreed. So, Beacon, anything else, my man? What else don't you?
On my nightmare board is basically
not a picture of your ex-girlfriend, but what else?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't even looked at it that way. I've always been wired to be thinking about the Lamborghinis and the big mansions that I will never figure out how to get to, for the vision board. So now it's something that I have to take away and sit back like, all right,
Let me ask
let me,
you a question.
reverse engineer this.
What's your favorite thing that's on your vision board?
The Lamborghini Urus.
Okay, what's something like that cost?
250,000.
Cool. I'm gonna buy you one today, but I need you to just I'll have you do one thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a gun and have you kill someone. Why not? You want the car, you're gonna get it. Just all you gotta do is one thing. It's that easy.
I see.
Why won't you do
this,
it?
this is live. It's against my morals. It's against the law.
But listen, you have a chance to get it. It's right there in front of you.
Right. I don't think I want it. I don't think I want it bad enough to death.
Well, it's not that, dude. It's the problem is this is the problem why no one gets what they want. Yes, you're not willing to do what you want for that car. And I'm not saying go kill someone, clearly. I'm just saying that's an example. This is why you don't get it. Because you know what you don't want, and you're not talking about it. No one's talking about what they don't want to do to get it. You're not willing to stretch your moral code and go shoot someone in the brain and kill them to get the car of your dreams that you've been dreaming about for 22 years. When you can tie these two together, figure out what you really don't want and what you're willing to do to get it, you start creating a path. You start creating an infrastructure to get what you really want through what you don't want.
Right.
You know, like I talked about this yesterday, dude. People are praised all the time back on the movies. What's that movie? Oh man, it's shot in Miami. What's the drug movie? Scarface.
Oh, Scarface.
Everyone wants to be Pablo Escobar. Everyone wants to be the Scarface and all that. Dude, I've never understood it. Because in those movies, listen, they think that's what they want. I want the cars. I want the lifestyle. I want the cool clubs. I want the money. I want this and the girls and this and that. Okay? Are you willing to kill people? Are you willing to look over your shoulder 24/7? Because you only know there's two ways out of that whole world: death or prison. It's the only way you're getting out. And the death won't be a good death. It's going to be a very miserable death and all that, right? So they're saying, I want this. This is how moral compasses get adjusted through the process because they don't know what they want. And not only that, you said, Mark, you see it a little different. I do, because I'm asking a question. How can the business serve me, not me serve the business? It's easy to do one deal. It's easy to do 10 deals. But once this thing starts scaling, I can't serve it anymore. It's got to start serving me. That takes a different mindset shift where I got to start hiring people, looking at things differently, and start developing me to become a better leader, a better organizer, a better visionary. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow. Now I'm about to get off this live and start writing down like what are some things I might low key kill somebody for.
Exactly.
No, but like to death, and that's the thing I'm trying to get past. You know, like especially like with coronavirus and people just getting free money. I'm not getting any free money, but I'm talking about people getting free money and jobs laying people off, and it's okay to just stay and relax. Like, there's the cliche people that are like, oh, this is the perfect time to take advantage and, move forward and hop on that new skill you want to learn. But like a lot of those people are, just BSing. And then there's majority of the people who are just sitting back, just like waiting for jobs to be opened. And then there's the select few that obviously are pushing the initiative. It doesn't matter if it's rain, snow, sleet, hail, things are on fire.
What are we talking about? What's the point?
What would you do? Do you meditate? Like, how do you get so economy so focused on me that it doesn't matter if there's a hurricane going through? Like, you're always focused on your objectives. Like when like family wants to invite you to something or things of that nature. Like, how do you just get so narrowed in?
I know what I don't want and I know what I want. That's how. Like, dude,
right.
Okay, there's a hurricane. What do? Like, I can't change the hurricane. Right. I can't change stupid ass people that are getting free money doing the wrong thing. I can't do anything about the government. I can't do anything about getting invited to an event. They're inviting me. But what I can do, I can say no. Or I can say I can't make it, but I could do this. Or I can say, hey, I'm in Florida, there's a hurricane. I can pack my car up and I can drive up north and get away from the hurricane. I'm in control of all that. You feel like that conversation you just said with me, you feel like you have no control. I have control.
I guess I'm trying to gain control over the wrong things, which I have no control over.
How can you control it?
Right.
Can you control hurricanes?
Yeah,
because if you can, dude, you could be a trillionaire. If you can control hurricanes, dude, there's a lot of broke people out there that feel like they're in control of everything. There's a lot of miserable people that are in control. Like, what are you in control of?
Right. That's perspective.
You know what you control? You control
your
thoughts. You control your actions. You control when you get up. You control what you eat. You control if you work out. You control what you consume in that brain of yours. You know, like, I can't control anybody, dude. I can't even control my kids. I can barely control myself. Why am I trying to control other things that I can't control? I can't even control the main thing, me. You know?
Right. Wow. Perspective.
Dude, people spend so much time thinking about stuff that doesn't matter. You know? There's zero impact on the positive. A lot of impact on the negative. Did you know my grandmother used to go to bed with the news and wake up with the news? If you walked out of the house, you think you're getting raped, murdered, killed, poisoned by Girl Scout cookies. Those sweet little Girl Scout cookies going to poison you. People are ripping you off. People are going to steal you. They're going to stab you in the back. Like, that's how she programmed her brain like that. You know, do you remember back? You don't remember because you're young, but back in the day, it's like if you flash your lights at someone, it's a gang sign. They're going to kill you. Roll your windows up, lock your doors. Don't look up in New York City because if you do, you're a tourist. They're going to stab you. They're going to rob you. They're going to pick your pocket. None of that stuff's ever happened to me, knock on wood. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I can tell you right now, people are controlled. We're a prime example of control at the highest level with the coronavirus. Everyone out there walking around with a mask on their face. That's a visual representation of control. The mask don't even work. The mask actually could hurt you more than help you. But it's the only way we could show people fear, control visually. It's all fear-based. It's fear-mongering at the highest level. If it's so safe, why am I at Walmart? That's a whole nother conversation. But what I don't want to get involved in politics. I don't want to get involved in all that stuff because it's silly to me. I just don't participate in it. Ask my wife. I don't. You know?
What you just said about politics and what you just said about the news is literally the foundations of the Haitian society.
No,
this is what I live with and breathe with.
But again, you gotta understand.
It's like I'm learning to keep it out. But yeah,
you gotta understand why though, dude. Like it's a rough economy over there. You know that. So they're fear-based. That's how they're controlled over there. That's why they get controlled. That's why it's so corrupt. Control people. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but again, you know better. So you just don't listen to it. You know.
Right. It's all I have been doing. It's just, it's like I'm just building up thick skin on it, until I'm able to just completely get away from it all. So
you're never going to get away from it all.
Really?
It's not going to happen. You just got to be aware of it, that it's happening. This is like mule behavior. When mule behavior is happening, you just got to acknowledge it, be aware of it, and have a path to get out of it. It's okay. It's going to happen. It's not like it's like rainbows and unicorns everywhere, but like, dude, someone hits you up like, yo, man, Beacon, come to our party on Thursday at 2:00. Like, dude, I'm working. Like,
right.
What I don't want to be broke and poor and confused and frustrated and hungover like you are going to be tomorrow. I'm working on my dreams. I'm working on my goals. I'm working on my vision. I'm working on my plan. I have goals. Do you have goals? Like, it's real simple to me. It's not being a jerk. It's just being honest.
No, it's being honest and real, and it's what people can't be nowadays. I respect that. I like that.
Yeah. Cool. Anybody here have any questions? If not, I'm gonna bounce. Beacon, can you tell them where to answer some questions? I'm gonna send you the bill. I gotta get an invoice sent over to you for helping you as well.
Yeah. I'm posting it right here in the chat, guys.
The chat. Any questions on this, guys? Does this make sense to you? I hope it does, because this is a big deal. This is a huge deal. What I don't want a big clunky business, as Joe Polish says, an elf business or half business, easy, lucrative, fun, or hard, annoying, lame, and frustrating. I don't want to be just getting by. It's terrible for me. I don't want to build something that I can't sell in 10 years. I'm so afraid to lose time. I'm trying to build the right thing and get involved, like being very conscious of that. I don't have an office. I do have an office. I don't go to it. I don't do office visits. I don't put deals together in an office. I do it virtually. If it can't be done virtually, I'm not doing it. I don't travel to produce revenue. I either make it the way I want it or I don't make it. I'm cool with that. I don't want negative people around me and or slackers. There's nothing more discouraging to me than people that don't want more out of life. It's very discouraging to me at a massive level, and I don't allow it around me. And if I do, it's by selective picking. I don't want to deal with the tire kickers. So create a funnel that minimizes it to get them into your funnel. Yes, you'll have less people to talk to, but you'll have a higher conversion rate. I don't want to miss family events and important meetings or important moments with the family. So that's what I don't want. You've got to build a business that allows that not to happen. And if it does, listen, you can't control 100%, but if you made a commitment, you got to commit to it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't want to build a normal life, a sheep life. I want to be a thought-provoking. I want to be a leader. I want to be a driver. I want more out of life. And not only that, I want a business to work for me, not me work for it. You know, I want the business to serve me, not me serve the business. And that's what we're talking about here today. Hey, thank you, Phil. Good material as usual. Thanks, man. Cool, guys. Hey, so I appreciate you being here. Make sure to get over to, I got a podcast show, if you guys know that or not. It's over at it's on iTunes, The Making of a DM, Deal Maker or Dream Maker if you're my mom. And check out Magician vs. Mule. If you guys got the book, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I got some cool stuff where we're going. Make sure you're signed up over at Magician vs. Mule because we got some cool gifts we'll be giving out here soon as well. Plus, I have the new audio version coming out, which is exciting. And we'll be sharing some cool stuff over there, Magician Moments. We're talking about this stuff more in depth. Make sure to check it out over at magicianversusmule.com. I appreciate you guys being here, thinking about you guys. Hope you have an amazing weekend. Maybe on Sunday, if you follow me over on Instagram at Mark Evans DM, you'll see what I got going on over there this weekend. It's going to be pretty spectacular. So I hope you get to watch me. Check me out. Give me a shout out. Thinking about you guys. Feel free to share this video if it made an impact in you. I'm thinking about you guys. Have a great day. Appreciate you. Peace.